Hello everyone and welcome back to Rise of Industry, where in the last episode we had some Zeppelin shenanigans and also set up a new industry which is currently producing wall planks or wall sheets, perhaps they are wall panels. I tried twice and failed. Oh my lord. It's fine though. We are going to be expanding out into a clothing store with a view to setting up a cotton industry, which will then feed into a textile industry, which in turn will then also help out a toy making industry. Now, I don't actually care too much about getting Eskom, so we'll allow that one to just carry on, though it is fairly cheap, though. Is there a way of me trying to click on that? No. Well, let's just go and see if Eskom is worthwhile. Can I bring up the shop overview for Eskom? There's Eskom. It's kind of hard to tell. Is there a town overview for Eskom? No, there is not. Much sadness to be had there. But we are almost ready to expand Llandaff. We're probably going to be getting that one going very early in the episode. Now, while I'm looking for Eskom, it's time that we announce the winner of last episode's giveaway, and that would be Voltoth. Well done, Voltoth. Chaoticles has smiled upon you. If you shoot me a DM on Discord, then I will get the key to you. Now, obviously, we have 2 more keys to give away, so you're still in with the running if you haven't been lucky enough to get a key yet. There is still hope. So, by all means, do post a comment down below letting me know if you're interested in winning a key, and may luck be on your side. Oh, Eskom is really not particularly good. I'm going to leave that one. We don't want Eskom. Right, let's go and head all the way back down to Llandaff. It's a little bit faster if you just use the mouse for this sort of thing. Right, let's have a quick gander. Now, our copper warehouse is quite full. We are requesting planks. We have got water being brought in and sent to the copper air purifier. We're currently making tubing right now and then passing it on to both of the panel areas. I could set up my own plank collection here if I really wanted to. I don't particularly... Oh, Farnham! Oh, no. No one else is allowed to get Farnham. I don't want to get it yet, though, if I can avoid it. I'm happy if no one else goes for it. For now, I'd be alright with that. Now, the nice thing about this is that if someone does change their bid, if someone outbids you or places a bid, it will restart the countdown. So we just need to wait. And there we go. No one has got Farnham. Very, very good indeed. Now then, we are looking to try and build up toward making our own cardboard. Now, where are we with that? We're currently looking at the cardboard itself. If we have a look down here for the paper mill, to make cardboard, we're going to need heavy pulp. Now, heavy pulp is not a bad product in and of itself, as it will allow us to... it sells for a reasonable amount. Cardboard is going to take us a little bit more time, but it'll be worth it once we can get there. Right. Currently, yeah, this warehouse is always going to be full. I'm going to turn off the alert for it, I'm afraid. There we are. Let's get rid of you. Now, we are going to need heavy pulp. Now, I don't know how much heavy pulp we're going to be able to use, so I'm going to wait on setting that one up for the moment. What I would like to do instead is check out my warehouses. Cotton warehouse, have you got much storage? No. Orange warehouse, have you got much storage? No. Sand warehouse, yes, you've got loads. You're stockpiling bricks. That's not exactly great. Is there anywhere that would like to take bricks off my hands? Let's have a look at the shop overview. Osprey, do you accept bricks? No. Roster, you do, but at 18k, actually, sending bricks across to Roster might not be a bad move. That might not be a bad move at all. Especially if I'm also sending across other things. Let's have a quick gander down here, though. Make sure that Wrestle, I'm going to keep getting that wrong, is actually moving everything as requested. We're requesting cotton. We're requesting sand. We're requesting oranges. Now, is the sand really making me enough? probably, based on the amount of money it costs for the trucks to leave, about 3k and how much you carry. 2 oranges. Yeah, that it absolutely makes enough there. Oh, that being said, I'm not looking at the right thing. Some product, yeah. And the sand, though, let's have a look at sand. How much is that worth? Yeah, it's making a small profit, not much of one though. I'll be honest, maybe it would be best just to leave the sand accrue without too much worry for that. What I can do though is I can request the bricks be brought over here. I think that might be worth our while. Do we have the bricks within range? It should be within range of this. So we could start requesting bricks over here and then requesting the bricks elsewhere. Now that is going to add on a chunky bit of extra logistics to this whole affair. How much is the airfield costing us? Building upkeep is 11k. Well, that would already eat in quite heavily into the bricks. So if I built one down here, I'm not entirely sure it would be a wise move. That being said, dispatching the trucks, it's... Well, if it only costs 3k to get all the way over there, it's going to cost significantly less to get it down here. But this is like 33k per, I believe, for that long trip. If I recall correctly, it was rather expensive. So it would come down to whether they could carry 6 bricks or not. I'm going to put in a request. We're going to request Llandaff has advanced to town tier. Haha! Have a watch of that. There we go. How marvellous is that? Truly marvellous. That's how marvellous it is. I approve. Greatly. Well done, everyone. Well done. Now, unfortunately, that means that we are going to be accruing these in fairly large amounts. I could sell them to the state. But how much would they be worth? 61k sent to the state. That was worth 13k. 3k. Overall, I think selling this to the state would still be worth our time. Let's go ahead and see what we can do with that. So, yeah, go ahead. 340 tiles. Just sell as much as you can. It'll take 3k out. But I think we've added so much value to this product, it would make no sense to do it with a low-tier resource. But with a high-tier resource, you've added so much value onto the product anyway that selling to the state is still going to make you money on the cost of building upkeep, transport, and labor costs to make the product out of its raw resources. So we'll leave that there. That being said, that may also be worth our while doing it for bricks as well. I mean, 16k. It's made from sand, which is reasonably low value. It's only 2 and 2.35. Let's have a look at the bricks. Brick smelter. Yeah, it's using resource-wise 2 and 2.4-ish and an extra 2.3. Okay, so we're looking at 6.75k for a brick, which is worth 14k. So we're doubling its price. So it depends a little bit on how far this would need to travel. But we would be getting it at just 100% of the value. So it is a bit less noticeable whether that would be worth it. Where is the nearest way off the map? It's there. That is actually quite far. That is quite far. It may still be worth it if we sell direct to Roster, simply because they are willing to pay 18k for it. It's a question that I don't have an immediate answer for. Let's go ahead and sell it to the state and just see what we can do with that. Let's send this out to state. 493 tiles. How much does it cost? It costs us 5k. It's eating up most of the value there. I'll be honest, we're having to get rid of a lot of the value with those trucks. But that said, it's not the worst thing we could do. Deliver 28 cotton to Escom. I mean, We could do that. Let's see. Have we got a route all the way up there? We would have to set up a drop-off point there, but we could maybe. The alternative, actually, one thing we should do, if we're doing this anyway, let's cancel this transport, this destination here. There's no point. Let's instead request it via truck. We can request the bricks all the way up here via truck, and then we can sell them on. So go ahead and bring me 40 bricks. Actually, no. Per month, bring me, I don't know, 20. We'll easily saturate our entire production with that request, and then we will sell it on from here. So go ahead, straight to the state. It's only 134 tiles from there. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is currently we're paying 5k on every single load of bricks we're trying to sell. But we'll pay just a little bit less than that to send bricks from this trade depot out to the other warehouse, but we'll send 2 loads at a time. We will then spend a significant less. So we're eating into our profit margins by smaller amounts by doing it this way. And I think that's probably the best way to set that one up. So I'm fairly happy with that as a whole. Now, if we have a look at Llandaf, let's have a look at your clothing store. We've got heavy fabric, light fabric, various clothing, fibers, dyes, lots of little things that we can do. Now, I will absolutely place a bid for this one. This one is something we could happily do, very happily. How many do we need? 51 wooden planks. Let's get those over here. Let's pop down a request. We are going to win that. No one else is interested in it. That's actually really, really good. Sure, so let's go and find the planks. There we go. I would like 10 at a time, please. And we've got our contract. Excellent. Let's set up a destination. Oh, no. Well. Okay, there's a little bit that we can work on. I am going to allow the planks to be brought over first. Once they have arrived, I will start setting this up properly. But we should be producing a reasonable amount of planks over the wood warehouse. Let's have a look. We should be holding in construction goods. Well, maybe it's time for us to add in some more planks, honestly. I think we probably do. Yeah, okay. Let's set up another 2 plank sort of carpentry factories. That should be easily enough to manage this increased demand. We'll place 1 down here and another one just across from it. There we go. So we are actually going fairly heavy into the production of planks. We can sell that in numerous locations, and as places like Llandaf increase in size, and also in preparation for working on the toy factory, which I'm fairly certain requires planks. Yes, there we go. They actually consume planks for the furniture base and furniture base large, furniture base small. That's for the dollhouse and such. They actually use planks. So having a bit more plank manufacture makes a lot of sense to me. Plank mill 1, 2, really? This should be 4. Let me change that. How did I make that mistake? My lord. So this will be plank mill 5. There we go. And plank mill 6. There we are. Nice. Right, let's get all of these on the move. This shouldn't take us too long. And they should all start producing planks fairly heavily. Now, what I can do here as well is, for the time being, I could slow down the construction there, but am I seeing the planks move out? We are seeing them move a little bit. This is a bit of a problem right now. In the meanwhile, then, given that, I am actually going to remove this. Now, one of the things you can do is... Oh, dear me. I removed the sand delivery, the request rather than the delivery, which is what I meant to do. Let's get that sent over on the contract right away. There we go. Perfect. Now, let's add back in the sand request. We've got 28. I believe we were looking for 4 months worth of storage. Yes, double whatever they can accept. So how much can you accept in sand? You can accept 8 now, which is actually quite nice. So we'll be looking at 32. Let's get that coming over. So back to raw resources. 32 sand, please, and thank you. There we are. And we'll just hold that there for the time being. That should be fine. And that can just sit there for now without causing us any undue stress there. What I was hoping to do is save up enough that I could get an extra source, or rather extra trade route for my warehouses, an extra delivery slot. I'm not going to be sending anything over to Eskom, I'm afraid. Not right now, at the very least. Let's have a look. There we are. We are actually stockpiling planks now, which is a great place for us to be. There we go. Let's have a watch of the money that's coming in. We're doing okay. We are losing a little bit of money, but overall, that should be drastically improved the moment we can make cardboard. Now, we have dipped into our production of planks a little bit here. Sorry, of wood overall, but this shouldn't be a terrible thing. Right, R&D alert, there we go, marvellous. Now, we want to have a look at a couple of things. If we look in textiles, we could set up fibres, and that is something that would be worth getting. We might even be able to sell fibres straight up. Let's have a look in CanDev, or we will once the autosave is done. Good old autosave, protecting me from my own forgetfulness, but sometimes you do seem to get in the way. 10 fibers at 23k. Then we've got light fabric at 55k. Let's have a look at that. Light fabric would require dye, so we are going to have to invest in this. We would need a berries plantation to feed dye, to feed light fabric, but fibers by themselves would be useful initially. If we look over here, we get fluff. Fluff is made from just straight up cotton, but this will require light fiber eventually. So I'm tempted to just go down that route. We'd also need dye for marbles if we really wanted to. So we are going to need light fabric ultimately. But for the time being, let's have a look at logistics and administration. Where are we? Plus 3 extra destination slots. Farms, gatherers, and factories. No, that's not what we want. We want basic distribution. There we are. 3 extra destination slots to warehouses. That would be very, very nice for us. Plus 3 destination slots to warehouses. So we can get up to an extra 6 if we want. And we can increase their collection radius as well. Plus 1 truck capacity to the trade depots would be useful in the long term. But for now, I think we'll hold tight there. Actually, yes, we will go with this one because I would like some extra storage, ultimately. Right, so we've got a couple of things going on right now. And at the moment, we are not really doing anything with you. We are currently just sending it all the way over here. Again, the same thing would be better if we did it in here instead. So let's get rid of that. And instead, Farm and Warehouse, could you also request wall panels? Now, is that a tier 1 or a tier 2? I believe it may, in fact, be a tier 2. Let's have a look. Is it in here? There we go. Wall panels, the same amount, request 20, and then promptly sell them to the state, please, and thank you. It'll cut down a little bit on the cost. I'm a little bit ashamed that I didn't realize I could have gone back and changed that earlier, but oh well, it is a thing that happened. If we go into text tree, now we can have a look at the textiles. Now we ultimately need this, so let's just set that up, and it'll research everything in order, but let's just make sure that we research that first, because we can immediately start doing that, and then we can just work our way down here. Now, in fact, we may even be able to find somewhere that will accept dyes. Ooh, gameplay alert still. Auction 1. Well, yes, that is right. We've already sent 21 of the 51 planks. We're easily going to be able to hit that. Easily going to be able to hit this one. Do you actually want anything else that I could offer? Not really, but still, not bad. Wrestle is getting a bit bigger. Cotton Warehouse in Llandaff is full. Okay. Well, let's hold tight there, because I do want to have a quick look in Wrestle. How much will you accept of the various products that we're bringing over right now? In terms of our oranges, yeah, you accept the same amount. In terms of cotton, you accept the same amount. Okay, so it's only sand really that is accepting a little bit more right now, and that's fine. We can leave that where it's at. There we go. Let's get rid of all of these. Now, we've got plenty of time to get all of that done. Right, okay. We've completed the research really quite quickly. I'm very happy with that. We're now working on fibers. Excellent. Alright, so we're finding that we're not overproducing oranges over in Wrestle at the very least. How about here? 10 per 15 days? Okay, that is actually a lot. Wow. Let's have a look in here. Okay, so we need to increase that. How about the grapes? Let's have a look over in grapes. How much do you require? Much the same. So we'll increase that a little bit. And finally, cotton. Let's have a look here. 10 per day, so we can increase this one up to 20 as well. Okay. Now, what I would like to do is have a surplus of these items. So let's go ahead and start setting that up. But first, let me just turn off these alerts, because these alerts are due to water, and we don't really need to worry about that one right now. There we are, that's fine. Have we set up a water tower down here? I do believe we have somewhere. But where is anybody's guess? We may not have. Let me have a look then. Water well? No, that's not what we need. Where is the water tower? There we go. No, it looks like we haven't set up another water tower yet. Okay, well, we can definitely set that up. I was certain I'd already done this, but apparently not. If we place it... Oh, no, there we are. Yes, we did. We definitely did. We've got one water tower right there. I knew we had done that. My goodness. I could place another water tower down here just to help out a little bit. And maybe that is worth doing. Especially as we increase the amount of water that is being used. So I'm going to go ahead and place a water tower on this road so that we've got room for a couple of extra extractors should we find we have a need for it. Now that is going to be an expensive building, it is true, but still I feel that it'll be quite useful overall. This is water tower 2. Well, where's water tower 1? Ah, drat, that one's never mind. Though that being said, maybe we should get rid of water tower 1 instead. That's taking water from over there, and is it also grabbing that one? Yes, it is. So actually, yeah, we'll get rid of water tower 3. There we go. There's a bit of a waste of money there. For some reason, I really couldn't make it out, and I was hoping that by having the water tower selected, it would highlight where other water towers are. Let me give that one more try. Just before... No, it doesn't. How strange. That would have been a very, very nice little usability addition, but oh well. Right, let's get down the rest of these orange orchards so that we can start producing a little bit more. Once we've got all of these up and running, then we should be able to meet the demand for oranges around Llandaff and Wrestle. Likewise, we are going to need a lot more cotton overall, especially when we start actually making use of the new industries as well. There we go. And you as well, please. Get these up. There we go. And finally, down here. There we are. Right, fibers has been researched. That's marvellous. We will need that, most certainly. And now the grape orchards. We are going to require berry orchards to make the dye. Now, that one won't take us too long to get set up, but it is going to require a little bit more water. Right now, we were in the envious position where we were massively overproducing the water, and so we could distribute it to other areas fairly cheaply and without much in the way of concern. However, Now that we're going to be quite aggressively using all of the water that we've got, that may stop being the case. Nevertheless, time for us to have a look at the paper mill. Now, how much does heavy pulp require? It requires a reasonable amount. Cardboard requires 3 heavy pulp. Alright, so that makes it in 20 days. This makes it in 30 days. So 2 heavy pulp will allow us to make 1 cardboard every month. Or rather, 2 cardboards every month, as the case may be. What is the consumption of cardboard in Llandaff? Construction goods, 4 per month. So at peak production, we would be able to afford to have 2 paper mills making cardboard for a total of 4 paper mills making heavy pulp. That may be an interesting one. How are we doing with storage of wood? It's not too bad, actually. Alright. I think we're probably going to find that we need more. But for the time being, I would like to start moving our industry out in this direction. Ideally, just so that we can try and control the pollution just that little bit better. I would like another one as well. So another paper mill right there, and both of these should be set to making heavy pulp. One there, and indeed one there. Pulp mill this will be. Pulp mill 1 and pulp mill 2. There we go. I can hear beeping. Why are my trucks beeping? I do not know. However, before we get to this, let's make sure that this is a one-way street. There we are. That's a little bit better for me. And then from there, we can come on down. It doesn't really matter too much. But I want all of my trucks to take the same route back up. Just to keep things a little bit more manageable for my warehouses. There we are. So the pulp mills should immediately start requesting both water and logs there, and we've got an excess of water here. We are going to soon need more though, so I feel that now is the time for us to go ahead and place down the additional harvesters. There we are. Now, unfortunately, the water towers aren't going to help us as much as I'd hoped. They're not going to service my industry, but we can live with that, I think. Right, we're now working on dye. In the meanwhile, let's head on over to Wrestle, where we should now have an extra destination or 2 to set up. Marvellous. Okay, we just want to sell the sand that we've got over here. Now, is it worth selling the sand? I actually don't know, given the cost of sending the trucks over. I mean, as we've already ascertained, I am making a small profit, but is it really worth the effort that we're going to? Is more the question that I have. We need to increase that up to 16. There we go. Not bad. What are the requests bringing in then? That is 32. Yep, everything is right. Now, Wrestle. Once this is done, I'm going to have to turn off the planks, which is a bit of a potch, but the planks will then be requested from this destination, so it's not going to be as bad for us. Right. Money-wise, we've laid down a lot of money over the last few months. Ossuary, there is no way I'm going to even try for that, even if people were going for it. There is nothing I can do. There is absolutely nothing I can do with that one. Right, let's allow... I believe we should be able to sell some of the heavy pulp straight to Llandaff. Let's have a quick look. That's paper. Oh, there's cardboard, sorry, that's tier 2 there. So where are you, heavy pulp? There we go. Where could we send you? Oh. Well. Given that, then. Let's have a look. We're getting a lot of items that we can sell over there. That Zeppelin hanger is starting to become quite useful for us. Yeah, so the heavy pulp is sold at 23 each. Or 26. Wow, okay. That is starting to get very, very nice. Let's have a look. Are we starting to stockpile heavy pulp? Yes, we are. But we're not going to be sending the heavy pulp over there. No, obviously not. We are, in fact, going to be setting this up. We're starting to see a little creep of pollution there, by the way. Let's try and nip that in the bud right now. Let's get you down there so you can take care of all of this for me. There we are. Plank purifier, and we'll call this one pulp purifier. There we go. Road construction. There are 4 seasons. Winter, road construction, and road construction. Unless you live in Scotland, in which case it's just 4 seasons of road construction. Right, there we go. Let's have a look at you. We should have gotten a hefty check there. Yes, we did. How marvellous. Right, we no longer request planks over here. So let's shut that one down completely. There we are. And that should be fine for us for now. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. I'm very, very pleased with that, actually. Very pleased. So, with pulp, the 1 unit of heavy pulp would be enough to warrant a trip from the Zeppelin, but there is really no reason to, when we can, in fact, just go straight in now, make a new paper mill, right down here. Sure, yeah, we will have it right next to the purifier. In fact, we could even have it there, right at the top. That might be worthwhile. Sure, okay. Let's go for this. So this will be cardboard mill. And obviously we want heavy pulp. There we are. At this point we're not going to be transporting the heavy pulp. We're just going to straight up be selling the cardboard. Let's get you going. Bad maintenance, really? So many negative events. I disapprove. Right, tier 2. Let's get you going to Gandalf. There we are. Now, hopefully, this is going to make a goodly amount of money for us. Let's just double check. I'm fairly certain that it'll only accept 4 units, so we'll allow them to have 8 in total. There we are. But that'll sell for 60k. Well worth the effort that we're going to make it. Chippenham, not interested. Wait a second. First of all, I was about to say, are you selling the rights for 150k? If so, I accept. Okay. Russell, it's not too terrible. And it was in Llandaff as well. You know, that's one of the reasons why we want A, I guess. Okay. Now, I want to see how this goes for us. We made 1.15 million last month, but still ended up spending 61k. Not the best, but hopefully once we start seeing cardboard actually being manufactured and sent down, this will start to change for us. Let's see, once we've actually got some stored cardboard, I will be deeply satisfied with having seen that get set up. Now we have got the fibre the line that we still need to work on, but that's something that we can do in the next episode. That gives us something to play around with. 137, I mean, I wouldn't mind if that got a little bit higher, frankly. Fully demanded. Are we ever going to see any cardboard delivered and stored? I believe some was delivered just a moment ago. We're making 56k. That's really not enough, considering how much we're spending. Really not enough. I've got a strong suspicion I should just shut that down for now. Ooh. Well, as it happens, we can totally make this happen for you. I will go for that, yes. And this is one of the other advantages to having multiple different lines of production in the game, is that we will be able to meet more of these requirements without any particular difficulty on our part. And that, in turn, will allow us to make a lot more money. There we go. They only require 19 wall panels. That will not be hard for us to satisfy. So let's go ahead and get this set up. Straight to the contract. There we go. So we're at a phase now where chunks of our money are coming through due to our contract satisfaction. We made 109k. That's still not particularly great. Plank mill. What's the problem there? Destination storage full. Oh, really? Have we filled this warehouse with planks? If so, We have. Well, well. That surprises me. That truly surprises me. Where is the nearest place that will accept planks? I really don't think that's what... I mean, 28k? Alright, maybe we could then. 26k? Perhaps it's worth it for us. Great warehouse is full, but that's going to be a thing that happens. Alright, it's time for us to start moving planks. Okay. We'll have to have a see. I need to see how much this is going to cost us to move. Let's pop in a trade request. Just a simple one. We'll ask for 1 plank. Just 1 for now. Just so I can see how much this is going to cost us to move. Remember, we're looking for... Well, actually, no. We want it to be like 3 or 4. Let's request 5 so that we can see... If this can carry 5, then we know we're going to make a profit. Well, you know, within reason. But if it's something silly like just 2, then maybe not. If it is 5, then I'll increase this up to 10 to check that out. But we want to see how much this Zeppelin costs to send. That is what we're waiting on right now. Let's wait for those trucks to come through, because they're eventually going to make their way. Hopefully. Are we ever going to see this moving via the logistics route? Let's have a quick gander. Wall panels, brick and wooden planks. Yes, that's already set up as Zeppelins. Amount available 72, amount in transit 5. Where are they being brought from though? They could be being sent from a warehouse, for example, far off in Wrestle. Wrestle may still have a bunch of planks. Yes, okay, so Wrestle is trying to get rid of all the planks that it's currently got there. Alright, we need to wait then for a moment and for this to be fulfilled. Nope, no trucks there. Oh, there we go. Right, so we've got some of these planks delivered. Got 4. I need 1 more. Come on. There we are. 39,000. How many are you carrying? 3. 3 at 39,000. That is not bad. So we're almost doubling the money that it costs to send it over. That isn't a difficult one for us to go for, honestly. I think we can manage that. Let's have a look. How much will you accept? You'll accept 6 at 26,000. Ossuary will accept 7 at 28,000. So it makes sense that we're going to sell to Ossuary up to 14. Let's set this up. Well, I mean, we'll get rid of those. There's no reason to have those there anymore. 14 to Ossuary, please. There we are. And we just want a few. I guess I could set up one over in Rochester, all right. Well, we'll do that. We'll drop this down to 12 though. There we go. I'm going to tell this one that to fulfill Ossuary first, I could put a little max amount stored before they'll sell to Roster. Oh wait, am I sending it to Llandaff, really? Why is it being sent all the way down there? There we go, that's a lot better. My lord. Craziness. There we go, that should work out nicely. And we'll increase this trade request. Sure, bring over 20 at a time, if you can. It's going to take a huge wallop of money because our Zeppelins are going to be very busy collecting all of this, but that should be okay, I think. Let's continue bringing this down. In fact, realistically, since we can move volume, we don't care for that one too much. Since we can move 3 at a time, we should keep this in multiples of 3, so we'll request 30 at a time. That way, we should be making the best use of our Zeppelins at any particular moment. Okay, so plank mill, the plank warehouse will still be full, but that's not too bad, all things considered. We are now going to be selling to 3 different destinations, so hopefully that will start affecting this. Once we get toys set up, of course, we may change that a little bit, but for now, things seem to be going okay. We are producing a decent amount of cardboard. I'm a little bit surprised that... have we not set this up correctly? Are we not delivering? We should be delivering. Yes, we're sending them down. Max store to destination 8. Right. Maybe that we don't have enough trucks. It's possible. But there's just too many trucks trying to get through. Perhaps. Let's get this all the way down there. I'm going to make this a one-way road, though. I want this one to be delivery down here. This one, I don't care. So, in fact, actually, I could make this one just a one-way in this direction. That way, the trucks should just go straight down there and straight down that road where they can. Of course, for you, you're going to have to go up and around, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem overall. The grape orchard is going to be having some trouble because we're not really using grapes for anything other than Llandaff at the moment, but perhaps we can look into that one in a little bit. What we need to see is increased amount of profit coming in from these Zeppelins that are hauling enormous amounts of planks over here. Have a look at how much we've currently got stored. Nothing as yet. There we go. And they are immediately being dispatched. There we are. Right, let's have a gander in here. We're making 408,000 now. Oh, so $500,000 per month. That's not too bad. New model concrete. A new model has come out and people are dying to get their hands on it. Really? Of concrete? I'm not sure that's the right term to use for concrete, all things considered. Okay, I think we should be okay with this in terms of bringing in our money. But we still haven't delivered a single one of these wall panels. That's a little bit of a concern. Is it because I'm currently sending them all up here? Well, let's turn that one off for now and see what we can do. Hopefully we can correct that problem. We're not producing wall panels particularly quickly, but we should be able to fix that. That was an oversight on my part. Hopefully we haven't just thrown all of that money away. Still, we are making a fair bit of money. So, that's going to be it for this episode. We are now using the Zeppelins, and we will eventually be using them for many other things, possibly cardboard. Chief amongst them, we are clearly producing a decent amount down here, certainly of planks, but we're also stockpiling wood. Heavy pulp as well, and cardboard. I think... yes, in the next episode, we're going to be having a look at moving cardboard, at the very least, over to Roester and Ossuary to increase our income, and finally we will get to the textile mill, and then start the beginnings of satisfying Llandaff's desire for clothing and textile goods. But that's going to be it from me. So until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone, and remember, if you're interested in a key, do leave a comment down below. Bye-bye.